Hello! In this video I will be showing you how to solve systems of equations. Actually, systems of linear equations. So we will be doing linear equations here. Linear just means lines. So there are three ways to solve systems of linear equations. The first one is probably the easiest and most graphical way of doing it, most visual, and that's by graphing. The second way is by substitution, and the other one way is by elimination. These two come a little bit later, a little more complex, but still not hard at all. Remember, systems of equations are not scary. There are friends. All right? It's super easy, super sexy systems. And we're going to be doing the first step, solving them by graphing. Alrighty. But it's hard to graph a line if you don't know the formula to graphing a line. So we have our amazing, most popular formula probably in math, which is y equals mx plus b. And this m right here, m stands for slope. Obviously, there's a letter M in the word slope, so that's super easy to remember. Just kidding, there's no M in slope. I say it's an M because your line might go up and it might go down. So y equals M, M is the slope, x, so that stays the same, that stays the same, even the little equal sign stays the same. Plus can be plus or minus. And the b here, this means that is your y intercept. Ooh, I can't do this pen. Y-intercept. Alrighty. And again, clearly they call it a B because there's a letter B in the word y-intercept. Okay, that's why it's easy to remember. Alrighty. Just kidding, there's no B in there either. That just means where this line is going to cross the y-axis. So if you know the slope and where it crosses the y-axis, you can graph pretty much any line. So let's take these two lines right here. I'm going to change my color to red here. All right. So let's do this top one first. So I have y equals m. My m is negative 2. So negative 2 is really negative 2 over 1. So my slope is negative 2 over 1. So that means I'm going to go down 2 over to the right 1. Down 2 to the right 1. Down 2 to the right 1. All right. But I don't know where I'm going to start yet. So that's why I got to look at the y-intercept. So this is your y-axis right here. So this number right here tells you where you're going to start on it. So I'm going to start, whoop. Oh, no. There. Start right there. And then I'm going to go down 2. 1, 2, to the right 1. Oh my gosh, this is really hard. I should have changed colors. Just down 2 to the right 1. 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 And that is going to make, this is going to be hard to draw a line. Ooh, there we are. That is my line. It crosses the y-axis at 3, and it has a slope of negative 2 over 1. All right, let's move on to this next equation. I'm going to find out where I'm going to start, negative 4. So again, my y-axis, I'm going to start at negative 4. Whoop. And then my slope here is positive 1 over 2. So that means I'm going to go up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. So start here and go up 1 over 2. Oh my goodness. Up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. And I'm going to make my line. Please disregard this guy. Alrighty. So I can graph lines now. And now that you can graph lines, you can do systems. However, there are a couple more linear equations I want to talk to you about. Sometimes you'll get one that looks like this. Here the y equals, and there's no m, there's no x. Well, technically, it's y equals 0x plus 6. So if 0 is your slope, that means you're not going over nothing, anything. So anything times 0 is 0. So really, it's just, here's your y-axis. This number right here tells you to start at 6. And you're not going up or over anything, so it's always going to look like this. So no matter where you are, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. So it's going to be a straight horizontal line at whatever this number is. So just like the first equation we just did, this one right here is going to start at your x-axis at -3. And it's always going to be -3. So it's going to make a line like that. So sometimes you'll get equations like this to graph. Sometimes you'll get equations like this to graph. Don't freak out. It's just a straight line at whatever it tells you to start at. Alrighty. Now we can solve systems of equations. Now, a solution or solving a system of equation is really just where do those two lines that we know how to graph now touch each other. So once you find that out, that's just your answer. So in this equation, system that you had, your first equation was this, and now we know how to graph that. We're saying, hey, we're going to start at my y-axis at -5. So my y-axis, remember, that's that guy, at -5. Boop, 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 boop. Ta-da! And it's going to be just like this. There we are. Now, my next one. This equation right here says start at -2. So I'm going to start here at -2. And then my slope is 3/1. So this is a positive slope, so it's going to go up 3 to the right 1. So I'm going to start here. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 1. Now I'm going to connect these guys. I can also go down 3 to the left 1. Ooh, geez. 1, 2. This thing is very sensitive. Oh my goodness me, oh my. There we are. So here we have this point right there is where they touch. Alrighty. So that point, my x is -1, and my y is, if you could see this, -5. That's this point right there. Let me change a different color maybe. This point right here is -1. What is that? -5. So -1, -5 is your x and your y. So that is your answer to the system of equations. So, ba-da! Remember, we have, this is a x, this is a y, -1, -5. So all you need to do now is asking, hey man, you know this answer, prove it. Well, you're going to take these numbers here, you're going to take these numbers, and you're just going to plug them in. This is your y, plug it in. So instead of a y here, we're going to put a -5 equals -5. Well, does -5 equal -5? Yep. Ding! Where's my green check mark? Yay! All right, and now I'm going to take my x, plug it in here, take this -5, plug it in there. So I'm going to have a -5 equals 3. And instead of an x, remember I'm putting in a -1. 3 times -1 minus 2. So I just plugged in these guys here and here. All right. So now I need to do this. 3 times -1. 3 times -1 is -3. Minus 2 equals -5. And 3 bad guys. Well, you gotta do stay, change. 3 bad guys and 2 more bad guys is 5 bad guys. So we have -5 equals -5. Does -5 equal -5? Heck yeah! Let me get another green check mark over here because you deserve a green check mark. Yay! So I think we just solved our system of equation, and we proved it, and we solved it by graphing, all that fun stuff. Hope that helped. Bye.